This unfortunate zoo is located in Khan Yunis, the second largest city in Palestine's Gaza Strip. In 2007, owner Mohammed Awida poured hundreds of thousands of dollars into the ill-fated tourist attraction that he originally called South Forest Park, but it was a doomed venture. Just a year later, Israel launched ground and airstrikes against Palestine that resulted in Khan Yunis, Gaza City, and Rafah suffering heavy losses to both property and life. The initial rocket strikes also claimed several animal victims and left zoo inhabitants isolated from care. Starvation claimed yet more lives. The 3-week-long attack, sometimes known as the Gaza War, devastated 5 different Palestinian zoos. Aweda said he tried his best to keep the animals alive in Khan Yunis, but the attacks, coupled with the blockade of the Gaza Strip that was in place from 2007, made obtaining food impossible. Confounding the situation, Gaza has no animal welfare groups, and zoo staff had little to no knowledge of how to treat ailing animals. Plus, once the Israeli attack was over, the blockade made getting new animals into Palestine unthinkable. Therefore, the owner and his staff got morbidly creative. The idea to mummify animals started after the Gaza War because a number of animals like the lion, the tiger, monkeys, and crocodiles died. Aweda said at the time, "We asked around and we learned from the web how to start." Sadly, it turned out that displaying horrifyingly prepared mummies in the same cages as their still living companions had its own draw. As one child visitor said, "We came to see the weird things that they've put in the zoo. They've added elements that made it more interesting." But the zoo's desperate efforts to stay afloat were hit in 2014 by another Israeli attack, which resulted in the death of around 2,000 Palestinians, 70 Israelis, and some 80 animals in Gaza Strip. The zoo subsequently had more dead than living animals to display and closed its doors to the public. But the surviving animals were still there, slowly starving. Soon the animal rescue group 4 Paws International, which was founded in 1988, learned about the zoo and began a campaign to rescue the remaining animals. The animal welfare charity started by dubbing the zoo in Khan Yunis the worst zoo in the world and widely publicizing its former mummifying practices. Our campaigns are aimed at creating better living conditions for farm animals, wild animals, laboratory animals, and companion animals, the 4 Paws website states. Our team rescues animals and rehomes them in our sanctuaries where they can recover in a natural environment. Despite the public shaming, however, it was apparently Aweda who first contacted 4 Paws for assistance. After all, the animals in the zoo had been without regular food and attention for more than a year, and their numbers were dropping fast. Thankfully, 4 Paws was able to arrange visits and provide the zoo with much-needed food and medical assistance to do what they could for the sickest of the animals. Following the visits, the charity continued to work to get the zoo's poor inhabitants free. But the situation was grave. The severely damaged enclosures are covered with garbage and debris, 4 Paws reported. In addition, Dr. Amir Khalil, a 4 Paws vet working with the animals at the zoo, told the news source Harris that the zoo in Khan Yunis was less than a zoo, it's a prison. As part of its campaign, 4 Paws had security checks performed on all the enclosures. The Mirror subsequently reported that the Khan Yunis Zoo houses animals in makeshift cages made from fencing salvaged from Jewish settlements that Israel dismantled in 2005. Unsurprisingly then, the security checks found that the zoo's enclosures were not only dangerous to the animals' safety, but also to the neighboring community should the animals escape. The charity initially stated that it would provide resources and care to the Khan Yunis Zoo for 3 months so that Aweda and local authorities could make other living arrangements for the animals. But the situation was a complicated one, and 4 Paws was not in a position to legally seize the animals. Negotiations with the Khan Yunis Zoo's owners were needed then in order to relocate these suffering creatures away from their prison. Finally, in 2016, 4 Paws got the result that it wanted. After long negotiations, a daring rescue mission finally has the green light, it announced in a press release. 4 Paws is finally going to be able to rescue the 16 animals from Khan Yunis Zoo.